and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? This be the green light, go! Tires burn the pavement, people wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear, with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your counter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all peak flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. Yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah,
Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the dog pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Check, 180! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Shift! Watch that!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ground, this is Johnson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Set, 180! Right there, 40's Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Set. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Watch that.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey. 4 down. Hey, alert.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal.
At the Ravens 7-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 26. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Throwing on second down. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Mike 40, Mike. Hey, zoom. Screen, watch the screen. Mike 40.
To throw, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they're decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Watch the eye.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it here with Hunt. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Kings. You ain't doing nothing. Come here, switch it.
Now Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Run. Let's go.
Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's got this down to the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's coming. We got time.
Now it's Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the 1st down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Let it go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check Mike, 99. Kings. Run. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield escaping the pressure. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, G. Check it back, check it back.
Here's Jackson to throw again. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Baltimore.
Ready? Hey, Logo, check 53. Push him back.
Jackson on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up in an offset eye. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And they're going to get this is beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run it again with Chubb. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Chubb on the counter. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They toss to Ingram. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ten from the 25. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block. Be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still going. Now he lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Switch gears, switch gears. Pistol. Hey! Motion, reset.
On second and 9, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the Ravens 16-yard line.
Lucky.
From the 16, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Right, it appeared to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jackson operating from the gun. Man open left side is Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead. How
about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Browns' 32-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Chubb. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. In the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Slam, slam, slam.
On first down, Hunt. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, on 133. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine.
Mayfield to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jalen Strong with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. T.J. Carey right there in coverage. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. Sometimes it comes down to one final play. A dramatic finish to this one.
And no player will ever admit to, hey, this is how I want to win a game. But behind closed doors at night as they're going to sleep, they do think about those dramatic endings. And how about that one? Go up and get it, Hail Mary, and sprint to the locker room with a victory that you didn't look like you were going to get.
That is the epitome of the highest high and the lowest low in the game of football. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Baltimore, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play on. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Time to bring the bass dirt.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass dirt.
slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last.